If being stupid was illegal, you'd be spending your whole life in prison.
Can you talk to your employees like that?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll be telling you the untold story of the old man and what made him the superstar before he died. Let's get stuck in. Though Richard Harrison achieved great success later in life with both the pawn shop and the reality show, one of the untold truths about his life is that he started from humble beginnings. His son, pawn shop co-owner Rick Harrison, put it this way in his 2011 autobiography, License to Pawn, Deals, Steals, and My Life at the Gold and Silver. They were dirt poor white trash, left to survive on their wits for the most part. The old man became a hustler early, driving a school bus at just 14 years old, because apparently this was legal at the time in rural North Carolina where he grew up, and earning $5 or $6 a week. He also got into a bit of trouble. At 17 years old, he was busted for stealing a car and presented with a choice by the judge: military or jail. The old man chose to serve and unwittingly embarked on a career that would take him around the world for the next 2 decades of his life. And then we come on to his great ability as a hustler. Anyone who's watched a few minutes of Pawn Stars knows that the art of the hustle in that family business came straight from the top. The old man was as ruthless a negotiator as Rick, Corey and Chumlee, and in his case, it clearly came from a life spent scraping up a buck at every possible opportunity. While he was in the Navy, Richard Harrison turned a tidy side profit by running a payday loan service for his fellow sailors, loaning them cash, with interest of course, between paychecks. According to Rick's autobiography, the old man also ran blackjack games out of his room, but he didn't ever play in them. He dealt the games and as a result raked in cash and sometimes collateral, like a new set of china one unlucky gambler had purchased for his wife in Hong Kong before losing his shirt at the old man's table. The old man was a pawnbroker before he was a pawnbroker, Rick wrote of his wily dad. He was always willing to risk it for a profit, as is told in this next part. Richard Harrison ended up in San Diego in 1979. Freshly retired from the Navy, he decided to join his wife Joanne in her small but successful real estate business. Unfortunately, the housing market had other plans. I should have declared bankruptcy in '81, but I didn't. I lost a fortune, the old man says. Faced with skyrocketing interest rates due to the recession of 1981 to 1982, Harrison decided to pack up the family and move to Las Vegas in a last-ditch effort to turn his other side hustle, selling gold and silver. Years later, Rick snagged a pawnbroker's license, a rarity in Las Vegas at the time, and father and son went into business together. That $10,000 investment became the world-famous Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, a business that turned the Harrisons into millionaires. It seemed like the online fanbase of the Pawn Stars noticed when the old man was in decline before he even knew himself. When Pawn Stars returned for season 15 in October 2017, viewers quickly noticed the old man was absent. His fading presence was also noted the year before, when outlets such as The Inquisitor noticed that Richard Harrison was quietly backing out of scheduled public appearances. Granted, he was in his mid-70s at this point and surely deserving of some rest and relaxation, but he wasn't exactly the retiring type, so the rumour mill kicked into high gear. Rick Harrison said that if his dad ever retired, he would be dead within 6 months. Obviously, it was a quip, but it framed the old man's work ethic in a way that led fans to expect to see him around until the very end. Richard Harrison addressed the subject of hanging it up for good in a 2012 interview with Haggerty. People ask me many times, "Well Richard, when are you going to retire?" I tell them the day I walk through that door and it's not fun, I'll quit. And the old man stayed true to his word and never formally took leave of his pawn shop. Though illness kept him away and eventually took him from his life's work, he left a legacy that won't soon be forgotten. He lived a very full life, Rick wrote in a remembrance post on Instagram, and through the history television show Pawn Stars, touched the lives of people all over, teaching them the value of loving your family, hard work, and humour.
Take your Rookie of the Year shirt, and I'm going to have one made up for the old man, because you guys bought all this
make one
crap.
up for me, I'll put it where the sun don't shine.